Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here. Some of you may be wondering, Brad, why are you all dressed up for one of your videos? Well, it's because I just got back from a very, very special day. I actually just got engaged today. So this is why I'm doing this video now in the suit. I just came back and I thought it was just appropriate for me to stay in the suit. It's great presentation attire, so I can talk to you all about this exciting new video. And this video is all about simple ways to enter higher states and 5-minute focus. So we're going to start off with this area first. Simple ways to enter higher states. Now when I'm talking about higher states, it's getting yourself into a bit of a practical guide, working together with brainwave states. Okay, I have talked about this briefly, as has Adronis in the past. If we're looking firstly at the alpha brainwave state. And of course, one of the previous experts that I interviewed, Knutson, talks about getting into the alpha brainwave state quite thoroughly. This is something else that I was able to look into as well. When you're actually going into the alpha state, it's actually very, very simple. If these here are your eyes, right? All you're doing is looking up. Right? It's the eyebrows. So you're just taking the eyes and you're moving them up. And as soon as you keep the eyes like that, you're entering an alpha brainwave state. Okay? The same thing is when your eyes dilate, right? Forrest Knutson does a great job talking about this as well too, is when your eyes dilate. Okay? So when you have dilated eyes, that too is bringing you into a higher alpha state. I've actually measured this through EEG software, right? The EEGs, and I've actually done that. Now, one of the easier ways, again, Forrest also talks about this as well too, is we work with peripheral vision, right? We take everything in. So if this is my center point right here, and these two pillars are in my peripherals, I am concentrating on the central point, and I'm focusing on those peripherals as well too. So with both of my hands up just like this, and I'm just staring at the camera, right, I'm taking that in, and as I'm paying attention to my peripherals, my eyes are dilating. And as they are dilating, I'm going into a higher alpha state. Like I said, you can chart this with EEG software, okay? And it shows you that this is possible when you're looking up and when you're doing the peripheral vision. Okay? So this is entering the alpha brainwave state. My God, Brad, that's so easy, isn't it? This is something I've been able to do for a while, is just looking up. When I'm channeling, this is exactly what's happening. Right? When I'm channeling Adronis, my eyes are up. This is why when you see me channeling, you can sometimes notice that there's a flickering of the eyes, and you can see the kind of the white in the eyes, and you can see that my eyes are actually lifted up when I'm channeling Adronis. So I bring my eyes upwards, just looking up towards the third eye, you could say, or just looking up to the forehead, and you're going into alpha. Plain and simple, right? Now we move on into the theta brainwave state. Okay. For the theta brainwave state, this too is quite simple. Adronis has talked about this in the past. So what you're doing is you're getting your body to react to mental stimulation. In other words, if I'm really hungry and I close my eyes and I imagine this really big, amazing sandwich, maybe my favorite sandwich that I like, and I feel like that's coming closer to me, my salivary glands start producing a lot of saliva, and my body is reacting to what I'm creating within my mind as a vision. When my body is reacting to mental stimulation, to a vision within the mind, then I am in theta state. Okay? So you're entering theta state when your body reacts to what your mind is stimulating through that vision, right? So mental stimulation with the body reacting is a simple way to go into theta. Again, I've done this through EEG software, proved it true, right? Adronis was the first one to bring about this type of information. I turned on my EEG software, went into the Mind Monitor app, and I started testing that, right? I went right into theta, because at the time I actually was pretty hungry, and I just envisioned one of my favorite food items. I felt like I was just about to eat it. Salivary glands were starting to produce a lot of saliva in my mouth, and the theta state was going up really, really high. It was going up like this, right? So that is, again, a way of how you can easily enter the theta state. So when we're going to theta, you're making your mental stimulation, your visions, all of the internal stimulation of your own world, very vivid, right? It's kind of like a daydream. You're going into a daydream and your body is reacting, right? That's why at times when we're going to sleep at night, we may just suddenly jolt because we're just going off to sleep, but we just have this sensation within our mind that we need to jolt within that moment. It's like you're feeling like you're falling off a cliff, or you're tripping over your own feet, or something of that nature, right? And your body physically reacts to it. That's the nature of the theta state, okay? Now Forrest, when I was doing an interview with him just not too long ago, he was talking about the delta state as well too. So again, guys, if you want to check out Forrest's channel, it's it's in the video description. Okay, so you can check out his channel. I highly recommend him. He is an excellent spiritual teacher. He is an excellent meditation master as well too. Okay, but he was talking about the delta state as well. All right, so if this is the skin layer, let's just say it's the forearm. All right, and if you have your hair standing up on end, or you have goosebumps, okay, you're in delta state, right? So however that may come to you, right? When you're able to notice that you're getting goosebumps, it can usually be something very elated, something very ecstatic, okay? A lot of the Tibetan monks would talk about this to scientists because they would wire their head up and they would tell them about going into deeper states. One of these deeper states involved going into very high states of elation or excitement. And that you become so elated, so excited, that you actually start producing goosebumps on your skin and your hair stands on end. Okay? That is you going into the delta state on a very deep level. Okay? So, elation, excitement, right? Working together with those types of energies. There have been times where I've gone into meditation, I've just gone on such a journey that I actually look at my hand, look at my arm, and I could see that quite a lot of hair was standing on end. It's before I had my EEG software, but I think I might try this experiment myself with looking at elation and excitement as well too. So these are just some of the simple states that we can move in. Of course, alpha, very, very simple. Just look up and dilate your eyes. Theta, just get your body to react to your mental stimulation. Delta, work with having your hair standing on and getting goosebumps, right? Excitement, elation, anything that triggers that. Okay? And that's you going into these very simple, deeper brainwave states. And now as we get there, we're working on, again, just surrendering to the current. Going into meditation and surrendering our own attention to try and control the thoughts that come in. All right? It is okay if you have thoughts in your mind when you are meditating. Right? But it's kind of like if we're looking at the eye here, we have a point of focus. We have our focus there. Okay. Forrest will also say about the idea again of doing the peripheral vision, of following the breath as well too. Right. The Hong Saw. If you're familiar with this channel, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Working with the breath and just getting yourself into what he also refers to as heart rate variability. Right. Just being able to have at least 1 second of outer breath longer than the inner breath. So if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And you're working with any of these, with the alpha brainwave, with the theta, with the delta, And as you just concentrate and go into that, the softer you make yourself, the calmer you make yourself, the more deeper you're going to go. If thoughts come in, don't make it a big deal. Just bring your focus back to your center, okay? This is your center. This is where you're staying focused. You feel yourself drifting off, it's okay. Gently bring yourself back down and just go back into that focus again. This is what brings us into the 5-minute focus, okay? So I'm just going to clear this off the board first. So again, you've heard me talk about the 5-minute focus before, okay? It's very simple, right? We don't even have to concern too much about the brainwave states. All we're doing is we're focusing on an image. We're focusing on a word. We're focusing on an event, okay? Person, place, event, thing. That really can be the essence of you going into the 5-minute focus, okay? So let's say, for example, if a person wants to bring financial abundance into their life, okay? And that's their symbol. They can use it. Symbol can be absolutely anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something you can visualize, all right? Now in your mind, you can see this spinning, okay? You can see it spinning round and round, you can see it grow, you can see it shrink. Doesn't matter, what you're telling is that this is the image that I'm focusing on to be financially abundant, right? Some people will say, oh, I wish I had $100,000. The whole idea of what I recommend is not trying to put a dollar value in regards to your financial abundance. Just see yourself very well off pertaining to financial abundance. I mean, that's all I've really done, and I'm doing pretty good myself, okay? But I haven't put a dollar sign value on this. Okay, I want $100,000, and that's what I want, okay? That, again, is just limiting your manifestation. What if you get more than 100,000? It's not really what you asked for, right? What if you get 150,000? Okay, so try not to put a dollar figure attached to this. Okay, it's not what we're doing. We're just creating an image. Okay, and everything relating to financial abundance is being poured into that image, right? So the idea of you looking at your bank receipt, the idea of looking at a bank statement, the idea of seeing a big suitcase full of money, whatever it is, okay? Something that you can convince yourself that I have tremendous amounts of energy of financial abundance going towards this symbol, towards this image. And I'm keeping that in my mind. 5 minutes, okay? So you may want to have like a 5-minute countdown timer. Okay, 5-minute timer. I have done this too. There's times too where I'm just enjoying and saying, no, I don't even care if I even go 5 minutes or longer. If you want to do this for 10 minutes, you go ahead and do this for 10 minutes, okay? But we want to try and hit that minimal 5-minute barrier. So again, the idea of financial abundance, the idea of love, having a romantic partner coming into your life. If that's your symbol, that's what you use. If you see an image of your divine partner in your mind, you see them, they look absolutely beautiful, they look wonderful, you're getting to know them, right? You're seeing their personality shine. These images do not have to be static, okay? They can be moving. This is why I was saying you may see this rotating, you may see this shrinking. But the whole idea is that you're staying within the theme of your 5-minute focus, okay? So like I said, if it's love, right? If you see a beautiful woman, you see a beautiful man, okay? Maybe he's wearing a suit, okay? You're focusing on that person. And so it's kind of like you're going on a date within your mind. You're holding hands with this person, you're talking with this person, you're having a wonderful time with this person. You're spending 5 minutes just looking at this person that you feel is your divine partner. Okay? That's it. It can be something that is animated, it can move, it can be a scene, right? It's like an event. You can have event as your 5-minute focus as well too. So the reason why I call it a 5-minute focus is because 5 minutes is the minimum, okay? All we're doing here is just seeing if we can get down to 5 minutes of just staying in that focus about something that you're very passionate about, that you want to bring into your awareness, right? So you're knowing how to go deeper with the alpha state, with the theta state, with the delta state, and you can work with that first. And when you're feeling very strong, very confident about working with those levels of consciousness, those brainwave states, Now you can move on into the 5-minute focus, because what you're doing is you're training yourself to go deep. Okay? So again, we have the surface. Right? This is where our surface-based thoughts are, where our own ego is, etc. Okay? We're drilling down. As we drill down, we're going into deeper depth perception, okay, which I'll just call DDP, or just depth perception, really. Okay, we're going into depth perception. We're starting to feel like our inner world is becoming the true world, right? We're not too cognizant of the surrounding physical reality. We're going beyond the surface. It's like we're taking a big drill and we're drilling down and we're going deeper. And now we're going into deeper depth perception. And we're seeing, for example, that divine partner, very vivid to us, right? It's like we're going into the deeper states of daydream, okay? And we can go even deeper to where you can go into the download realm, actually getting downloads. And it's like you don't even have visions. You don't have anything pertaining to visions or anything like that, but you certainly feel inspiration. You feel aha moments, right? We can go into that as well too, right? We can go all the way down, right till we get to God, okay? We can connect to the higher self, we can connect to God, etc., right? But what we're attempting to do is just see if we can break past the surface. Let's see if we can get into greater depth perception, okay? If we can get here, great. That's the ideal space to be when you're doing your 5-minute focus. Just go past the surface, right? You want to get into the habit of not battling with your thoughts, okay? If you have a cluttered mind, if you have cluttered thoughts, it's okay, right? But you're teaching yourself just to focus, to move yourself into that focal pattern, okay? With a circle here you see on the page, with the peripheral vision, with looking up, with the heart rate variability, as Knutson says, right? With the theta state, right? Making your body react to your mental stimulation, having your hair stand on end, looking into goosebumps. Okay, that's great. That's great practice, because that's helping us to move into deeper states. And as we go deeper, we go higher. You go deeper, you go higher. This all comes through your intent, because that is first and foremost the most important thing. Okay? So when you're working with a 5-minute focus, please remember, it does not have to be just a static image. Okay? It can be an event. Okay? It can be like a movie scene in that way. Again, you're with a partner. You see yourself carrying a briefcase full of money. You know it's yours. Your name is on it. Okay? You're kind of creating a story within your mind, but you're making it as real to you as physical reality is. Right? The idea of a loving partner, as real to you as physical reality. The idea of financial abundance, as real to you as physical reality. Okay? And we're drilling down, going into depth perception. We may even go deeper, going into downloads. We may even go deeper. The higher self, go all the way to God. Right? When you're doing this, and you're focusing on the peripherals, and you're just here and now, you're centered, and you're just taking it all in, this is God. What I'm doing right now, and what I'm tuned into, is God. Right? Again, Knutson talks about this with the peripherals. Okay, a simple meditation trick. It was one of his recent videos. It was fantastic. Like I said, he's a great teacher. Okay, so that's all you're doing. Is you're just focusing on the peripherals. Create your peripheral objects. Okay, if it's 2 fingers just like this, and you're just looking ahead. But you have the 2 fingers here, and you are focusing on your peripheral vision. You're still. You're calm. You're centered. There's only you. You are God, and God is you. You're with God. You are God in this moment, just by doing this, and just by focusing on this. Okay? Really simple. Very, very simple. Okay? And like I said, when you want to work with your 5-minute focus, because many of us do want to focus on things. We want to manifest these things into our reality that we feel are important, that we feel we want to experience. Do the 5-minute focus, right? That works with healing as well too. Okay, if you have a sore knee, if your knee is bummed out, okay, You're now going into your space, right? You may work with the brainwave states. You may work with this, okay? Now you're deciding to go deeper. Now you're seeing yourself walking around and your entire focus is on your right knee because it's your right knee that was bummed out, okay? It's like a camera is focused on a close-up of that right knee as you're walking, and you're walking 100% healthy, right? It's a healthy walk. You're not limping around like this, okay? You have a perfectly healthy walk. So again, you're focusing on the knee, and you're feeling the knee is getting better and better, and you can just feel, again, it's perfect, right? You can now start seeing yourself jog, see yourself run, because you're concentrating all of that energy on the knee and seeing how perfect it is, right? So you're making your body perfect. There's no condition. It doesn't even have to be a transition, okay? It doesn't have to go from, oh, my knee sucks, to, oh yeah, it's getting a little bit better. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, it's good, good, good. No, let's jump from A to Z, right? If there's 25 other steps in between, we're going right from A right to Z, okay? Perfect knee, completely healthy, and I'm walking. And I've never been happier. I'm feeling that in my mind, and I'm making that vivid with me. My body's reacting. What am I doing? I'm going into theta state, okay? Because my body's reacting about how healthy my knee is. It's pure. It's perfect. My body will react to that. Stay in that state. Even if you can go beyond 5 minutes, that's great. As long as you do the 5 minutes, you're making progress, okay? 5 minutes minimum. If you want to make it 10 minutes, you want to make it 15 minutes, go ahead, okay? That's the beauty of the focus, okay? The 5-minute focus, a 10-minute focus, etc. But just do at least 5 minutes of that. Practice, practice, practice. The more that you practice with this, the more that you're going to see yourself exponentially expand in all arenas of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, and through all events, through all manifestations that you want to bring in all together. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Namaste, may it be well with you, and show the way. Take care. Thank you very much for checking out the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Feel free to check out my websites, newearthteachings.com, healingcodecards.com, healingcodeshop.com. Go on to healingcodecards.com to grab your body deck and your mind deck. Also available in digital versions as well. And of course, you can follow me on social media, on Facebook, on MeWe, and of course on Telegram as well. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Take care and show the way.